dear students, myself Gangadhar Solanke, and I welcome you all to the MC James virtual classroom.
My dear students, today in Standard 10th Political Science, we'll be learning the topic social and political movements. In the first part of this topic, we discussed about the concept of movement, why movements, what is a movement, and now in today's part of this topic, we are going to discuss about important movements in India, and in that, we're to talk about the tribal movement, farmers movement in India, trade unions, women's movement, environment movements, and consumer movement. So here, the first one is tribal movement. In the pre-independence period, the British government deprived tribal people. British government deprived tribal people, and as we know, there are a number of tribes in our country, in the different parts of our country, but the British government deprived tribal people of their right to livelihood on forest resources, because the basic needs of tribes are fulfilled due to forest resources, or in other words, we can say that they are directly dependent on the forest resources, but the British government deprived them from their right. So there was a tribal uprising in Konkan from Chota Nagpur, Gond from Orissa, Koli, Bhil, and Ramosi from Maharashtra, Santhal and Munda from Bihar. The tribal struggle has continued since those years, and in this, Birsa Munda lead the tribal movement. Tribals in India face several problems. Tribals in India face several problems, and one major problem is that they are denied right over forest. Forest is the house ऑफ ट्राइब्स, क्योंकि वो हज़ारों सालों से वहाँ पर रहते आ रहे, वो जंगल में ही रहते थे, जंगल ही उनका घर था, जंगल में जो ज़मीन है, पानी है, उस सब पर उनका हक था. बट दे आर डिनाइड राइट ओवर फॉरेस्ट. द मेन डिमांड of the tribal movement is to accept their right over forest. क्योंकि हमारी जो एक अलग दुनिया है, जो शहरों में रहने वाले लोग हैं, गांव में रहने वाले लोग हैं, दे नो मेनी थिंग्स लाइक एग्रीकल्चर एंड वर्किंग इन द डिफरेंट फील्ड्स, बट ट्राइबल्स don't know all these things, or we can say they are not in the mainstream. तो उन्हें जो पता है, उनकी रहने की जो जगह है वो जंगल है, और उन्हें जंगल पे अपना अधिकार चाहिए. The main demand of the tribal movement is to accept their right over forest. They should be allowed to collect products of forests, and also should have a right to cultivate on forest land. Next, farmers movement in India. Now, as we know, the main occupation of our country is agriculture, and the number of people directly or indirectly engaged in the field of agriculture. So there are problems in the field of agriculture, there are problems with the farmers, there are problems with the crops produced by farmers. So farmers movement in India is an important movement, and during the British period, farmers started getting organized due to Due to what? Anti-agricultural policies of the British colonial government. Again, I am repeating that you people already learned this in the history while studying the history of independence. You must be aware of you must be aware of farmers' movements in Bardoli, Champaranya, and movements against revenue collection. Because you people studied about this, learned about this. The farmers' movements were inspired by the thoughts of Mahatma Phule, who wrote very famous book Shetkaryanचा Asud, Justice Ranade, and Mahatma Gandhi. These social reformers worked for the farmers. Due to some reforms in agriculture, it may be in the form of tenancy laws, laws relating to tilting of the land, the farmers' movement slowed down. And after the Green Revolution, the farmers' movement became more active and effective. Now, what is Green Revolution? A large increase in food production in developed and developing countries achieved by using modern agricultural techniques. But after this Green Revolution, the farmers' movement became more active and effective. Though Green Revolution aimed at increasing agricultural production and achieving self-sufficiency in food grains, it did not benefit the poor farmers. And that's why there was direct participation, we can say, in between the rich and poor farmer. The farmers were now divided into rich farmers and पुअर फार्मर्स. रिच फार्मर्स जिनके पास बहुत सारी खेती है, जिनके पास बहुत सारा पानी है खेती करने के लिए, और ऐसे फार्मर्स की जिनके पास खेती भी कम है और जिनकी पूरी खेती नेचर पे डिपेंड करती है. सो डिससेटिस्फैक्शन among the poor farmers led to the beginning of farmers movement. And in this many more things are included. Appropriate price for agricultural products. Appropriate price. Agriculture to be treated as an industry. Implementation of the recommendations of the Swaminathan Commission. Then the debt relief, debt cancellation, national policy for agriculture are some of the demands. Some are the demands of the farmers movement. Appropriate price for agricultural products, agriculture to be treated as an industry, implementation of the recommendations of the Swaminathan Commission. Swaminathan Commission was there for the study or the research in the field of agriculture and to अंडरस्टैंड द प्रॉब्लम्स ऑफ फार्मर्स. तो उन्होंने जो कुछ रिकमेंडेशंस दिए थे उनको लागू करना, ये भी एक फार्मर मूवमेंट की डिमांड है. एंड इन दिस इफ वी गो फॉर द नेम्स और ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, शेतकरी संघटना, भारतीय किसान यूनियन, ऑल इंडिया किसान सभा आर सम ऑफ द इम्पॉर्टेंट farmers organizations in India. Now next to this, trade unions. Trade union in India emerged in the background of industrialization. Textile industry, railway companies were established in India in the latter half of the 19th century, and in 1899 railway workers went on strike for their demands. So, जैसे इंडस्ट्रीज बढ़ गई वैसे काम करने वाले लोग बढ़ गए और उनके प्रॉब्लम्स भी बढ़ गए. सो द ट्रेड यूनियंस स्टार्टेड. The first organization for resolving the issues of workers was established in 1920. This organization is known as All India Trade Union Congress. All India Trade Union Congress, that is AITUC, All India Trade Union Congress. In the post independence period, after independence, trade unions started working more effectively in 1960s and 70s. In 1960s and 1970s, trade union movement organized several agitations for their different demands, but from 1980s trade union movement started getting disintegrated. Globalization has affected the trade union movement to great extent. In India, workers are facing different problems, and in that, unstable employment conditions. There is no assurity. ये जॉब जो कर रहे वो चलता रहेगा या कभी बीच में बंद हो जाएगा. सो अनस्टेबल एम्प्लॉयमेंट कंडीशंस, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट लेबर, हर 2 या 3 साल के लिए कॉन्ट्रैक्ट किया जाता है और फिर वो कंटिन्यू होगा कि नहीं होगा, ये एक बात है. सो अनस्टेबल एम्प्लॉयमेंट कंडीशंस, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट लेबर, financial insecurity, absence of legal protection for workers. This one is also very major issue when we talk about the problems of workers. Unlimited working hours, especially in private sector. People have to work for 10 to 12 hours. Insecurity at the workplace. Health hazards are some of the problems. So trade unions work on all these issues or worked to solve all these issues. Next one in this, women's movement, which is having very big history in our country. In the pre-independence period, progressive men in India initiated the women's movement. Progressive men in India initiated the women's movement. The women's movement aimed at eliminating injustice against women. जो भी injustice women's के साथ हो रहा था on the name of customs and traditions, on the name of religion, तो वो जो injustice है उसे eliminate करने का काम. The women's movement aimed at eliminating injustice against women and ending their exploitation, help them to lead a respectful life and participate actively in social life. So the very important thing about the women's movement, its aim or objective was to give a respectful life. Now in this, ईश्वर चंद्र विद्यासागर, राजा राम मोहन राय, महात्मा ज्योतिराव फुले, सावित्रीबाई फुले, महर्षि धोंडोकेशव कर्वे, पंडिता रमाबाई रानडे took initiative in ending the practice of sati and child marriages. Reforms such as widow remarriage, women education, right to vote to women were possible due to the work of these reformists. And in this Mahatma Phule and Savitribai Phule played a very important role in starting the education for the women जो पहली स्कूल है लड़कियों के लिए वो महात्मा फुले ने और सावित्रीबाई फुले ने साथ में शुरू किए. सो इट वाज द very important path, we can say, in the women's movement. You can see the images. After independence, the constitution gave equal rights to women in all fields, and today we can see that the women are doing good in all the fields. In spite of these, women were not treating equally in several fields. During this period, women's movement aimed at freedom of women. The movement aimed at freedom of movement and demanded that the women should be treated as human beings. जैसे सबके साथ बर्ताव किया जाता है वैसा ही उनके साथ किया जाए. Should be treated as human beings. In the latter period, women participated to a great extent in the movements against corruption, caste discrimination, and religious extremism, which made them aware of injustice against their own selves. So, in this, women participated in movements against corruption, caste discrimination, extremism, religious extremism. Women started taking initiative in organizing against injustice. In India, women's movement is not homogeneous in nature. However, women's movements at various levels are taking up the issues like women's health, social security, financial independence and empowerment. तो एक बात तो तय है कि ये जो लेसन हम पढ़ रहे हैं कि अलग अलग मूवमेंट्स ने क्या दिया, तो अगर हम वुमेन्स की पोजीशन की बात करेंगे इंडिपेंडेंस के पहले की और आज की, तो हमें इससे ये अंदाज़ा लग सकता है कि वुमेन्स की मूवमेंट जो अलग अलग लोगों ने शुरू की, अलग अलग विषयों पर उस पर चर्चा हुई, लोगों ने काम किया और आज हम कहाँ से कहाँ पहुँच गए हैं. So today, women's movement face the challenge of equal education for women and giving women a status and prestige as human beings. Now in this, the next, environment movements. We are aware that environmental degradation is a serious problem at national and international level. And in the newspaper, in the news channels, every day we heard about this, we read about this, and also nowadays we are experiencing the change in the nature, which is very dangerous for the human being. At the international level, several movements are working to stop the deterioration of the environment. We see a significant international cooperation in this field because this problem is not of any particular country or of any particular state. It is the problem of human being, फिर वो चाहे किसी भी देश के हो. And that is why each and every country or each and every person is interested in this and involving in the environment movements. In India, many movements are working on different aspects of environment. The environment movements are taking up issues like protection of biodiversity, protecting different sources of water. Otherwise, we are going to face water scarcity in the coming years. Protection of forests, green belt, pollution of rivers, and use of chemicals and their ill effects. So these are the things or the issues which are there in the list of the people who are working in the field of environment. Now, in this, Dr. Rajendra Singh Rana, who who is also known as Waterman of India, has brought water revolution in Rajasthan. How one man start the movement, and then how people involved in the movement and how it became the movement of people is the best example of this. He became famous because of building thousands of zoad in Rajasthan, revived rivers in the desert of Rajasthan. He formed an organization, Tarun Bharat Sangh. Tarun Bharat Sangh, which worked for building 11,000 zohad in hundreds of villages all over India. He started a campaign for water conservation, revival of rivers, forest conservation, and wildlife conservation. His social movement is active for last 31 years, and he won the Stockholm Water Prize, an award known as the Nobel Prize for Water. So he won Nobel Prize for Water. So you people also can find number of names who are working in the different fields as a movement or started movement. So just go through the newspaper, just go through the internet and try to find out the names like Dr. Rajendra Singh Rana, who work in different fields or started movement. Then in the environment movements, next is consumer movement. Consumer movement emerged in India after the Consumer Protection Act came into existence in 1986. It means that this movement is emerged after 1986, and the movement believes that each member of the society is a consumer. And yes, it is true, we are consumer in many sense, क्योंकि हमें हर रोज कुछ ना कुछ खरीदना पड़ता है, कुछ ना कुछ लेना पड़ता है. So we are consumer. Due to the changing nature of social and economic system, consumers face different problems. And now these problems are, or the list of problems which we are facing every day as a consumer: adulteration, increased cost of items, fraud in weight and measures are some of the problems. So adulteration, which is very common nowadays, increase cost of items, which is also on the peak, and the frauds in weight and measures. So these are the problems. The consumer movement works to protect consumers from such type of frauds. Here some examples you can see of the food adulteration. If we talk about the tea, used tea leaves processed and colored, milk, unhygienic water and starch is added to the milk, sugar, chalk powder sometimes added, chili powder alternate, brick powder or sawdust, in sweets, jams and juices, non-permitted culture dye, and many more examples you can find. The movements increase the participation of people in public life. The post 1980 movements are called neo-social movements, as their nature is different from the earlier movements, because the problems were also different before 1980. और अभी के जो प्रॉब्लम है 1980 के पहले जो मूवमेंट्स हुई, उन्होंने जो प्रॉब्लम फेस किए उस पर जो काम किया वो थोड़े बहुत सॉल्व हो गए, और उसकी वजह से लोग मॉडर्न हो गए, मॉडर्न सोसाइटी बन गई और कुछ मॉडर्न इश्यूज तैयार हुए, तो उनके लिए भी अलग अलग मूवमेंट स्टार्ट हुई. एंड दैट मूवमेंट्स आर इशू बेस्ड. इट मीन्स दे ट्राई टू ऑर्गेनाइज इशू बेस्ड मास मूवमेंट्स. And this we people talked about in today's part in important movements in India, about tribal movement, farmers movement in India, trade unions, women's movement, environment movements and consumer movement. Please subscribe the channel and press bell icon to get notifications.
So my dear students, this is all for today. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe, take care.